Good morning, y'all. It's Todd from Reap What You Sow. How's everybody doing this morning? Hope everybody had an awesome Thanksgiving. Appreciate each and every one of y'all. Guys, I got some wood I got to cut up this morning on the sawmill. Got to cut some 2x6’s. First, I'm going to come in here and check on these animals and show you some of these babies that we got in here. What y'all doing, girls? What y'all doing? Y'all got some babies in here? I see a little baby right there. How you doing, little man? Max, how you doing, buddy? You taking care of the girls? Huh? You taking care of the girls? Yeah? It's nice and crisp and cool this morning, isn't it? Blossom, can I get back here and see the babies? Huh? Look at these babies back here, y'all. They've got some pretty little colors. They are all little boys, every one of them. She's trying to eat her ear, I think. What you doing? Huh? You getting his ear? Yeah, look at the colors on that thing. We had one of them had triplets, and she's culling one. The goats will do that sometimes. When they don't have enough milk, they'll take one of their babies and just start pushing it to the side. And what'll happen is that baby will end up starving to death and die. The mamas, if they don't know how to have enough milk, that's what they do. It's something that happens, and you keep an eye on it. When you find one doing that, you take that baby and we bottle feed it. So I will show you all that baby as soon as I get a chance. It's in the house. It's getting the bottle in the house. It was sleeping with Macy in Macy's bed a while ago when I went by. So it seems to be doing all right. We got a little dog kennel in the house that we keep her in, but he cries like a baby. Every 2 or 3 hours, you gotta get up and go feed it. I mean, it's a full-time job. But I'll show you him and what's going on. But guys, I'm fixing to head to the sawmill. I'm gonna go ahead and feed these goats right here first. Head to the sawmill. I gotta get some 2x6’s cut up. There you go, girls. Well, I got everybody a little bit of feed. Well, the goats right now. I'm fixing to run and go cut that log up. These are screaming and hollering over here, so I went ahead and give them something to eat till they'll quiet down for a little while. When you got babies on them like this, we feed them a little bit of extra. That way their milk production comes up a little bit. It helps them out. They don't mind the extra food though. They'll tear it up. Let's go to the sawmill. this big old pine log right here, it's got a lot of ridge slider to it. You see the sap coming out? Notice how far away these rings are? It's an old tree. And it's got a lot of sap in it. Be a lot of ridge slider. Be a lot of really good boards. Ain't a knot in it. Perfectly straight. Pretty good sized log though. Let's see what we can get out of it. All right, y'all, I'm gonna show you something I just figured out. See that 5.5 right there? Right here, that cuts 5.5. This one's 10 7/8. That one's 17.5. I can't make that cut with this sawmill right here. This LT15 is a little bit smaller. I used to do this on a 40 Super, which you had a little bit more space in there. You could cut 3 2x6s at one time. This one right here, you can't. See, I got the one here, and one here. On the 40 Super, you can make that cut. I took and moved this sawmill, this log in a little bit, but it's still gonna catch this right here on this top. So I'm gonna have to take one of them off, throw it to the side, and only cut 2 2x6s at a time. Got my diesel turned up a little bit too much. That means I can cut 2 2x6s and a 2x4 on this mill, not 3 2x6s. That's the first time I run into this problem with a big log, because I'm usually cutting 2x4s and 2x6s. I was cutting all 2x6s on this one. So I just take the top one off, put it to the side, cut it later. This is gonna be some beautiful 2x6s, y'all. Let me show you this wood. There's not a knot in it, y'all. It's perfect. All the way down. It's gonna be some fine 2x6s coming out of there. Y'all, we're getting a little cold wind blowing right now. And the way this sawmill's set up, it's not for a north wind. That north wind blows that sawdust right in my face. That's why it's set up like this. Most time we either got a south wind or east wind. It's not that bad, but a north wind, it's a booger. But we don't get that many north winds in Louisiana. That's why it's set up like this. But I need to get this cut, so I guess I'm just going to have to fight it a little while. I did find out something about some of the other sawmills. The Norway, I believe it is, the one that Dutch has got, that Daniel from Daniel's Arm family went over there and run the other day. Their outfeed is on the opposite side of what you push in your mill or running your mill from. That puts the sawdust thrown on the other side. I like that. I wish Woodmizer would have done that. Woodmizer's got their outfeed on the same side that you're operating on. That throws the sawdust in your face. Now when you get up to like the LT70 and the bigger mills, you run it by remote from the other end. On a box, it makes it a lot easier because you're not next to it. But these smaller mills, I like that option that they got. But I'm still a Woodmizer man. I love the Woodmizer. Been with them for a long time. And I like the way they're made. They're good mills. They've always been good mills. Let's cut this up. I'm fixing to throw the trash away, get it ready to burn. I'm gonna pull this top piece off, then I'm gonna cut be two 2x6's at a time. I'm gonna be cutting. But guys, I got a story I want to tell you. And I got a friend of mine that watches this channel too, and I'm talking about him. He's gonna kill me when he sees this, but I got a story to tell you about deer hunting. Now this guy used to be a principal, school principal. He's retired now. Very good deer hunter, does a good job. Well, he called me when I got home from work the other day. He said, Todd, he said, I got a big old buck now. He said, I can't find him. Can you come help me look for him? I said, yeah, I'll be there in just a minute. Well, I got dressed and headed on over there. I mean, I just got home from work. I was just taking my work clothes off. So I dressed back up and headed over there. He had good blood. There was good blood sign there. Well, we trailed this deer for probably 100, 200 yards down an old road. And then we finally found where he turned off. Well, guys, the blood got to where it was just a drop. I mean, there was very, very little blood. And I asked him, what kind of shot he made on that deer, and he shoots a 7 mag, which is a big gun. We went to hunting for blood and couldn't find nothing. Finally, after a while, on my hands and knees and digging around, and the whole time this is going on, he's talking about how big this buck is. It's an 8-point, 10-point. I mean, it's a good buck. So when you got a deer like that, I don't like leaving no deers in the wood. You always look for them and do a good job. But I'll work a little harder when it's something like that. I mean, we had people coming in. We was trying to get dogs to come in to go find it, to blood trail it and everything else. But y'all, I know I spent a half a mile on my hands and knees finding a drop of blood every 10 foot apart in grass, in the briar patch. Not an easy job. Very, very hard with my nose on the ground. He called me a hound dog a bunch of times, but needless to say, I found his deer. The big old 8-point and 10-point? He had 2 horns about that tall. I'm not gonna let him live that down. While I was you just had to be there, because another friend of ours named Alan was there, and he told me, he said, Todd, that's not the deer. David said it's a big old 8-point. This deer's been stabbed in the side and all busted up. That's not the same deer. The big 8-point's still out here. Well, he was just making fun of him, giving him a hard time. But guys, y'all had to be in there. That's what this hunting club and deer hunting and friends is all about. Getting together, making jokes on each other and having a good time. We had a blast out there. We was 2.5 hours out there crawling through the briar patch, eating us up, but we found a man's deer. We had a lot of laughs. So that's one of them things you tell around the campfires where you can really give him a hard time, and we're not gonna let him down. We're gonna get him every chance we get. But guys, let me get this off there. We'll cut some 2x6's up. I gotta go back to work. Leave me in your comments if you enjoy stuff like that. Y'all enjoy sitting around a campfire? If y'all my kind of people, you do. I really enjoy sitting around a campfire relaxing. That's my relaxed time. Sawing is fun, it's relaxing, but sitting around a campfire telling stories and talking about each other, can't get no better than that. Well guys, I was gonna bring you in the house, show you the baby goat. Guys, got some bad news. I hate to tell you this, but he didn't make it. So I couldn't show the baby goat. Yeah, but I was closing this video out, but I was gonna let y'all know because I told you I was gonna come up here and show it to you. But guys, that's part of living on a homestead and raising animals. When a mama goat kicks a baby away from her and makes one leave, she quits feeding it. That's why we brought it in there and was feeding it, trying to make it. But sometimes the mamas know better. Sometimes there's something wrong with them, and they're not gonna make it anyway, and they can tell that. That's why they do that. I thought it was just because she didn't have enough milk. I don't know don't really know, but it didn't make it. But guys, I appreciate y'all. Happy Thanksgiving. I know it's a couple days later. We love y'all. Appreciate you. Catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.